back to study sprint. Let's take a look at quadratic sequence. The question is, here are the first four terms of a quadratic sequence: 3, 20, 47, and 84. Work out an expression for the nth term of the sequence. So our first step is to write out the sequence. Then we're going to find the differences between the terms of the sequence. So the difference between the first two terms is of plus 17. Then the difference between 20 and 47 is of plus 27. The difference between 47 and 84 is of plus 37. Now, as you can see, that our differences are not constant. Each time we are getting a new difference. So now what we're going to do is we're going to find our second difference. That is why this is called a quadratic sequence. So our second difference is going to be the difference between our first difference. So that means the difference between 17 and 27, which is of plus 10, and the difference between 27 and 37, which is of plus 10 again. This time you can see that our differences are constant. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this constant difference, which is 10, and divide it by 2. 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. So the first term of our quadratic sequence is 5n squared. Now what we are going to do is that we're going to form a table. In our rows, we're going to have term, sequence, 5n squared, and difference. In front of term, we're going to have the number of terms that we have. So in this sequence, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 terms. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, and 4. Underneath each term, I'm going to write the terms of the sequence. So the first term was 3, the second one was 20, the third one was 47, and the fourth one was 84. Now what I'm going to do is 5n squared. N is the term number. So 5 multiplied by 1 squared is 5. 5 multiplied by 2 squared is 20. 5 multiplied by 3 squared is 45. And 5 multiplied by 4 squared is 80. Now you're going to find the difference. The difference is going to be the difference between the sequence and 5n squared. So 3 minus 5 is negative 2. 20 minus 20 is 0. 47 minus 45 is 2, and 84 minus 80 is 4. After finding the difference, we are going to find the difference between the terms of the difference. The difference between minus 2 and 0 is of positive 2. The difference between 0 and 2 is positive 2. And the difference between 2 and 4 is again of positive 2. So this time we have a constant value of the difference. So this 2 is going to be the second term of our nth term sequence. So we're going to have plus 2n. Now we are left to find the last term. To find the last term, we're going to see how we can go from plus 2 to negative 2. So to go from 2 to negative 2, we have to subtract 4. This means that the third term of our nth term sequence is negative 4. So the expression for the nth term of the sequence is 5n squared plus 2n minus 4.